Hey, what's up, guys? John here from Cast and Spear, where I make videos about fishing and spearfishing here in California. And I wanted to share with you a recent trip I went to BOLA with a couple of my buddies, Cody, Chase, and Brett. And a lot of you guys have been asking, what's it like to spearfish in Baja? Well, let me show you. First off, you have to leave from San Diego, and you can go cross whatever border crossing you want. I like to go through the Calexico one because it just seems to be easier. Here's Cody, and this is where things got a little interesting right off the bat. If you look right there in the corner, this is on the Mexico side, and these police were waiting for us. So this is early COVID times. Here, let's listen in. That was Brett trying to Spanglish his way to getting out of a ticket. Here's the scenario. We had 4 people in the car. The rule over there was you're only allowed to have 2 people in the car since it was the pandemic time. I mean, technically it's still the pandemic, but it was right in the beginning. And we had 4. And the ticket was originally $15. When we made one mistake, and that was Brett took out his wallet and showed extra bills. So the police was like, went back to his car and then came back and was like, the ticket is $50. And we were just like, do we fight it? The other option was to turn back around, and that wasn't going to happen. So let me explain it.
So we just got shut down by the policia. $50, not that bad.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. It is what it is.
Took care of their beer, that's for sure. Yeah.
All right, now let's take a look at what you're going to see. If you're going to BOLA, it's about six plus or minus hours down a 2-lane road. If you're going to go to, say, Bahia Tortugas or something on the Pacific side, it's a considerably longer drive. But let's show you some of the beauty that Baja has to offer. And thankfully, Cody had a nice Ford F-150 and had great gas mileage, so highly recommend you bring a truck that doesn't gas guzzle unless you're going to have to carry canteens with you. Here we are really close to the Bay of LA. Alright, this shot is just dope. So I think that's Brett right there in the corner. This is Bahia. This is the first time we've ever been to this spot. I usually go to Cangrejos, which is in the same town, just farther south. But I just thought this shot was super sweet. This right here is actually, so Bahia is way in that bottom corner, and you can drive up, and there's this like campground area that all these people stay at, but then you can go off the road, the dirt trail, and there's this beautiful peak right here. That was just awesome. We actually did some shore dives along this area as well, and it was nice. I mean, the cabrilla, which is a fish that's really popular there, kind of small, but they're plentiful. This feels like Narcos, to be honest. I love this clip. So great. So this is Bahia. This is what it was like when we first rolled up. Didn't know what to expect.
Well, we made it to Bahia. Well, it was the Hotel Bahia, right? Bahia.
I should say I was on like 2 hours of sleep and was not very smart or articulate.
And
I guess I'm not really articulate anytime, so.
Get me closer to this.
Oh, it was really pretty. A little warm, but it was pretty. So right there, you can see our Ponga guy. The funny part about this, we were super late. We always, for whatever reason, every time we go down there, we always mix up our communications, our times. For whatever reason, one day out of the trip is always like an hour or 2 late. But here we are. We found a workshop, and we were able to make sure you have your spear shafts sharp. Mario, guy was dope. All right, here we go. A little spearfishing action for you. Yeah, a lot of it, it's just boulders, not too much kelp. here during this time, I think we were there in July or something, and it was hot. I mean, significant heat. The water was, I think, in the 90s, and I was wearing a 3 mil wetsuit and just burning up. But I was talking with some guys, and they've gone with just rash guards. But sometimes there's kelp that you, or not kelp, sorry. There's reef and stingers that you won't know. It's okay with the neoprene, but if you just wear a rash guard, sometimes you can just get lit up by whatever's in the water. There's a lot of jellyfish too, so you gotta be careful.
Alright, dive report. First dive. Not too bad. Got my personal best cabrilla. First shot, only shot at that little spot.
All right, so this is my personal best. It's a little under 12 pounds. It was our first dive of the trip. The first day we took a almost 3 hour to the very tip of this faraway island. We went through a thunderstorm to get there. It was just raining all over us. The water was just rocky. I was getting a little seasick. So to prevent the seasickness, I jumped in the water, and I think it was on my second or third dive, and I just see a shadow just way over there, and I had my new hot rod spear gun, and I've shot it a couple times, but nothing super crazy, and I just pointed, boom, and got it. It was pretty dope.
A bunch of burrito grunts, some snappers, a few other different sheepshead type things. Didn't feel like taking a shot on.
All right, so here's some more. Right there is a burrito grunt fish. It was a great shot by Chase. So we like to do the buddy system, one up, one down, kind of keep track of everybody. I think that was Cody with a monster cabrilla.
Cody Express.
Yeah, this was Cody's monster.
Alright, here we go. Take two.
Day two. Day two is going to be a little bit different because we wanted to get some bait so that we can hit up this place called Yellowtail Alley.
Alright, John, tell us.
We got some bait. We got some mackerel.
Hopefully got a couple.
For whatever reason, man, the bait was just slow.
Oh, 4, John,
Slow.
5.
We had to buy some sabikis in town because we forgot them. But we got just enough bait to entertain some of the yellowtail.
It's like, no, I've seen that movie before. Today we are going to target yellowtail. Definitely.
It was already getting hot. This is like 7 in the morning. We started at 6, about an hour. This is Mario. Guy was a beast.
Alright, Brad, what's up?
And here we are at Yellowtail Alley. I think it was about an hour or so boat ride. But our gear was a little underpowered for this type of fishing. These yellows were pretty good size. They're in the 20-ish pound range, but they put up a fight. We're all getting tired. Oh yeah, here is the yellows. That was a good one by Brett. Here's Cody using some gear, some of my old gear. With my seeker rod, with a Baja special. I just love this shot. Caught it on the jig. These yellows are about 80 to 120 feet down. That was dope. And alright, so I was getting really upset at this point because everybody caught like 1 or 2 yellows. I think Chase was already at his 3rd one, and I wasn't catching anything. Doing the exact same things that they were doing. And then I went to the front of the boat, used my own gear, and I was just like, I thought I caught on a rock, and I was just pissed. My line just wouldn't budge. Then the boat, Mario just kept going, chasing it, and all of a sudden I was starting to gain a little bit on it, and I finally was able to get my yellow, which I was so mad. This is my newel reel on a Shimano rod that I have. I love that newel reel. I gotta get better Carbon X drags on it next. Here we are. Let's gaff that sucker. Sweet. Yeah, this made the trip right here for me. It's the biggest yellow I've ever caught on rod and reel. So I was pretty happy. So after that, we were just like, that's enough. We probably spent 45 minutes. So we loaded up a whole cooler full of yellowtail. It was time to go get in the water and do what we came there to do, which is shoot some fish. All right, here we go. The transition game, love it. All right, so you can see there's some cabrilla right there. He's gonna take that shot, lean it a little bit, boom, spun it. Freaking sweet. You know, these aren't even like monster cabrillas. That's what's crazy. They get way bigger, but it was so hot. The water was so hot that all the big ones were farther in the deeper waters. So I can't wait to go back. I like the October, November. You can do it in December too. Get the bigger fish. Think of this a humpy. Yeah, they're kind of like a sheep's head. They look like the front of a sheep's head, but they have like really interesting tails that are kind of long and dangly. Really pretty fish. Really tasty too. Is that the triggerfish? Oh yeah, triggerfish, man. These things have a freaking horn on them that will rip you up, and their mouths, if you put your finger in there, like say you hooked it, and you try and stick your finger in like you would a regular fish, that thing will bite the finger off. It's so crazy. Here's I think that was my snapper. What's crazy is if you look right here, all of that looks kind of like dirt or dust and debris. That's fish fry. Yeah, this place is a monster aquarium. Just bringing in all the fish from all over the place. That patience. Alright, nice little cabrilla. Oh, I think that was one of my smaller ones. This was sick. This was sweet. That's all poop. That's a poop rock. There were so many pelicans for this shot. Chase threw up the drone, was going around, and all of a sudden the drone goes over this rock, and 100 pelicans just start flocking. And he's like dodging these pelicans through with his drone. See, oh, there you go. You can see him right there. We were over in that little boat corner just to get this shot. This is some Nat Geo stuff. This is crazy. Like hundreds of seals. And the guys were in there trying to shoot some fish and see these seals up close. They're getting right up in their face. I was just practicing with my jig. I didn't dive in this spot, but it was tight though to see what the guys are doing from the top. This is Brett going in there looking for some fish. Snagged a little cabrilla. God, the amount of stuff that you see is just crazy. Just crazy. Oh, that blood shot. So that's my buddy Chase's company, Liquid Soul. I'll definitely put links to his stuff in the description. But I hope you enjoyed this little video. Such a sick edit, man. Good job, Chase. Can't wait for us to go back to Baja. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, crush that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let's do this again. Let's check out some other videos while we're at it. See you on the next one.